pro stocker. He's dedicated to getting back on top. Plus, Del Worsham cleaned up at Indy last year and left $250,000 richer. All this and all the qualifying highlights that you can handle coming up on NHRA Today.
So let's go.
NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil. And as you can tell, we've got partly cloudy skies here at O'Reilly Raceway Park at Indianapolis as we're getting ready for the final day of qualifying for the 52nd running of the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals. And boy, what a difference a year makes. 1 year ago, Del Worsham was on top of the world as he won both the showdown and the race, took home about $250,000. Today he comes into the final two sessions, not even qualified for the race. Hello again, everybody. I'm Marty Reed alongside with Mike Dunn. Hi, guys. Glad that you're with us. Just some of the many that have turned out for this 52nd running of this great annual event. We've got a lot to tell you about, so let's get started right away. Major schedule changes for next year, 6 in all.
Yeah, some big changes. The biggest one is the event in Columbus is not going to be on the schedule next year. It's going to be replaced by the event in Norwalk, Ohio, which is just outside of Cleveland. And I can assure you that's going to be a great event right from the get-go, Marty.
Also, Reading and Memphis are shifting. Remember a couple of weeks ago, 102 degrees in Memphis. Maybe this will help that situation. Now, also, we want to talk about the countdown to the championship because this is how it's going to work. The first 17 events, 11 if you're a pro stock motorcycle contender, determine the top 8 in the championship finalists in each class. The standings are then adjusted with first place receiving 2,070 points with 10-point increments down to 2,000 for 8th place. And then those top 8 begin the countdown to the championship at the Nationals right here at Indy.
And then after that, the 4 events will determine the top 4 championship finalists in each class. We will then readjust. The standings will be adjusted once again from first place receiving 3,030 points down to 3,000 points. That's less than 2 rounds of racing between first and fourth. Then the final 2 events will determine the NHRA World Champion for each class.
What do the drivers think about it? Well, let's start it off with Larry Dixon.
Honestly, I wish they would bring it in right now. I'm here in 7th place in points, and I'd be right back in the championship hunt again. But seriously, I'm sure they did it to try and help, boost media coverage, hopefully help the TV ratings and increase attendance. And if it does all those things, then I think it's a great thing. It'll help everybody out.
To be quite honest with you, I'm not in favor of it. I just think that it's just too risky, and you could absolutely have, probably not the best car all season, not win the championship. Having just 2 races to decide the champion, it's just, it's like Harry Carey, man. It's just so easy to make one mistake out here. And, I just don't quite understand that. I understand the 6-race deal. I can go with that. That'll certainly add, a lot of excitement to it. But, through 6 races, you would think that the best team should still be able to cream to the top. But in 2 races, you have one little slip and you're done.
All right, let's talk about the points right now and give you an example. In Top Fuel, Doug Coletta leads with 1,270. And notice Morgan Lucas in 8th place at 440 behind. For all intents and purposes, he has no chance at the championship. But under the new system next year, here at the U.S. Nationals, it's 2,070 points for Doug Coletta coming into Indy, and Morgan Lucas is only 70 points behind. And we're going to track this throughout the rest of the season to give you an idea of how the new system will work versus the old. Now, there's also big news involving Kenny Bernstein. Let's check in with Dave Reeve.
That's right, Marty. The schedule and the new structure, not the only shocking headlines coming into Indy. Simply labeled a Bernstein family announcement. Nobody knew exactly what to expect when we got here, but became pretty obvious pretty quick when Kenny Bernstein ripped off his shirt announcing he was unleashing the beast with Monster Energy drinks on a multi-year comeback driving tour, and in a funny car, no less. Now, 4 of his championships and 30 of his 69 national event wins did come in the floppers, including this 1983 U.S. Nationals win. But there are still some questions to be remained. He's got to get relicensed, as well as who's going to tune the car and what kind of car he will be driving. But the one thing we know, the King of Speed is no longer retired. He's racing again in 2007. John Kernan.
Matco Tools is leaving Don Schumacher's team to move over to David Power's team to add a second top fuel car to team up with Hot Rod Fuller for next year. Of course, Matco Tools currently sponsors Whit Bazemore on Schumacher's team in Funny Car. Whit says he's not sure what he's going to be doing next year. However, he did tell me that there is some interest in him moving over here to Power's team to drive a top fuel car. Now, Whit has never driven a top fuel car, but he says it is something that he would be very interested in doing. However, right now, his focus is on performing here at the U.S. Nationals.
All right, let's also show you some more highlights from Top Fuel. Take you back to session number 1 on Friday night because Doug Coletta was the #1 qualifier at that stage, 4.497. And remember that third digit because that's going to be important as we move through the rest of the weekend. Take you to session number 3, though.
Boy, in the track conditions where tight, crew chief Ron Tobler knew it. He said, we're going to throw everything at it. And boy, did it stick. A little too much got up in the air, and obviously Doug Coletta had to get out of the throttle.
Larry Dixon then upped the ante as he also, in session number 3, went 4.492, 5/1,000ths better than Doug Coletta. But that would not hold up for the #1 spot because as you take a look at the leaderboard, there it is, a 447 for Tony Schumacher. 3 cars in the 440 range through Morgan Lucas at a 4.54 second elapsed time. That rounds out the top 8. Then you pick it up from the 9th position on down to the bump spot, and we are only 1 car away from our quickest top fuel field in the history of the sport. How many guys are not in the field? Well, there they are, 24 top fuelers on the grounds, and some of those guys are going to be going home by the close of business today. Let's check in with the #1 qualifier as of now. He's with Gary Gerould.
But without question, no one has had more success in recent years in the U.S. Nationals than this man, Tony Schumacher. 4 wins, of course. His round record, an astounding 25 victories, 5 defeats. He's currently qualified #1 in a stout 447 at a track record 332 miles per hour. All that being said, what's more important this weekend to you? Gaining ground in the championship against Coletta or winning this for a 5th time?
Well, I'll tell you what, winning it for the 5th time would equal gaining rounds on Coletta. So I think that's our focus right now. Obviously, we got to win each round, and we're trying to set a world record. And we've had just absolutely phenomenal weather here in Indy this weekend. And, you know, really, we weren't trying to run a 47. We ran a 46 testing at this racetrack. So I know Alan was after a lot more than that. And we're still going to have a cool day this morning. So I'm sure we're going to go out there and try to run in the mid-440s. But, you know, this round right now is probably the most important because this is going to simulate really what it's going to be like tomorrow morning, or at least as close as we're going to see. So this would be just a huge, huge race to win, not only for someone to do it the first time, but to do it the 5th time. It would be unbelievable. And, you know, we got all the fans out here behind us. You go out and win at any racetrack this much, and you get a pretty good fan following. So I'd like to do it for them.
And don't forget, if he's talking about a world record, there'd be a possible 20 bonus points that could loom oh so large in that championship chase.
All right, thanks, Gary. Time now for our Fram Pit Report. And Bill from Illinois wants to know, we hear a lot about the rear tires on fuel cars, but not much about the front. What size are the front tires? What are they made of? How long do they last? For the answer, we go to Eric Medlin's crew chief, his dad, John Medlin.
We always get questions about our rear tires on these race cars. The rear tires, of course, provide the traction that we need to produce the ET, but equally as important and somewhat forgotten are the front tires. The front tires that we currently use today are approximately a 15-inch diameter wheel. They run a compound that is very similar to what we've run for the last 5 or 6 years. Very important part of the car, however, because there's 1,500 pounds of downforce on the front of the car to keep these tires nailed down to the racetrack that allow the driver to steer the car. These tires last approximately 100 runs. We very rarely wear the front tires out, but from debris on the racetrack or for one situation or another that usually damage the tire, we have to replace it. Goodyear has produced a very, very safe tire for our cars. And we're proud to be running a Goodyear tire in the front of these cars. Keeps the driver safe, keeps the car going straight down the racetrack. Well, thank you for your question.
And thank you, John. If you got a question, just email us at nhra@espn.com. Hey, who's that climbing out of the Slammer's Cobalt? Jake Coughlin. We'll explain why when we come back.
NHRA Today is presented by Lucas Oil. Keep that engine alive. And in part by the Fram Boost Air Intake System. Performance speaks for itself at framboost.com. And Motel 6. For the lowest price of any national chain, call 1-800-4-MOTEL-6.
And back here at O'Reilly Raceway Park as we're getting ready for today's final day of qualifying action at the 52nd running in the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals. In fact, our coverage is going to continue coming up next right here on ESPN2 and ESPN2 HD. And then again later tonight at 11 p.m. And then tomorrow, finals coverage starts at noon and continues at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's shift gears to the two-wheel version of what goes on down the quarter mile. Talk a little bit of Pro Stock motorcycle. And of course, the Ringers Pro Bike Battle was going on yesterday as well as qualifying. And Matt Smith became the 5th member of the 6-second club. 6.99 seconds the elapsed time. And of course, the big win and $25,000 went to Andrew Hines as he took the $25,000 check for the second time in his career. Take a look at the standings now, and you can see that it is the 699 by Matt Smith is the #1 spot as he holds on to it. The only bike right now in the 6s. Karen Stouffer with a great run on Friday. She held the #1 spot until that run, and on down through Steve Johnson, the defending event winner here at the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals. Pick it up with Gino Scali all the way down to Sean Gann at a 7:12. That's the bump spot heading into today's final 2 sessions. There's the list of those that are not yet in the Pro Stock motorcycle field. And there are several names on there that you will recognize as there are an awful lot of bikes here. 28. Let's talk to Andrew Hines. He's with Dave Reed.
Marty, today's Daily Dragster says it all. It was one awesome battle for young Andrew Hines, who picks up his 2nd Ringers Gloves Pro Bike Battle win. His Vance and Hines just been dominating here lately. Of course, couple that with GT's win last year. How good, though, was your bike yesterday?
Dave, this Screaming Eagle V-Rod was virtually flawless. You know, the runs were almost perfect, picture perfect on the printouts, and the shift points were right there. The thing went virtually straight down the track every time. The ET slowed off a little bit each pass, but luckily we were able to improve just enough to get by and get those 3 round wins.
What was it like for you? I know you can get kind of worked up, you can get some nerves, you can get some butterflies going. How were you yesterday?
You know, luckily I was able to keep my emotions and my adrenaline under control. It's pretty tough out there when you're going in the Ringers Gloves Pro Bike Battle and you got $25,000 in the line. You just have to keep your head level, and we were able to do that with my great crew behind me and the Screaming Eagle V-Rod running down the track with Vance Hines pipes.
You're looking at the guy who'll get one more day to soak that in before thinking about a $20,000 bonus coming potentially for winning the U.S. Nationals yesterday, though. But take GT's win, his win with Matt Hines' 4 wins. These guys have hoisted 7 of the last stemwares from this specialty race. Incredible for the Vance and Hines team, Marty.
Thank you, Dave. And, of course, that action will be coming your way on Monday. What about Pro Stock? Well, big news involving the 2-time Powerade champion, Jeg Coughlin Jr. He is going to return starting at Richmond for the final 3 races in Victor Cagnazzi's Slammers Cobalt, and then he'll run the entire 2007 campaign. Also, news coming out yesterday, Tom Hammonds is going to return. The former NBA star will also run Pro Stock next year. Speaking of the factory hot rods, let's talk a little highlight action for you. Take you back to session number 3. Watch Greg Anderson from On Board with Dave Conley. He stops the clock 6.681, 206.23 miles an hour. Both ends new track records here at O'Reilly Raceway Park. Take a look at the standings behind Greg. Mike Edwards with a strong performance. What a difference a year makes. And, of course, a good motor. V. Gaines rounds out the top half of the field at 6.70 seconds. Remember when the national record was 6.72 just a couple of years ago, 2003? Well, you got to run a 6.72 now just to make the 16-car field. And believe me, there are a total of 31 cars trying to make the show. And Warren Johnson is not in the field. 31 years he's been coming here. He's never failed to qualify. He's got 2 shots left. All right, let's talk about who got the license back in Memphis. And speaking of Warren Johnson, it was WJ in that whole shot win, first round up against Dave Conley, an 11/10,000th of a second margin at the stripe. And Warren Johnson picks up $1,000 from Motel 6, $25,000 for the best performance at the end of the year. All right, as we go to commercial break, when we come back, it'll be time for our Harley-Davidson quarter mile profile. And we'll talk about that man right there, Del Worsham. You're looking at John Medlin's pit. His son Eric will be in action today, qualifying here at the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals. And we're glad you're with us on NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil. A lot of new paint schemes coming out. This is the one from Jim Head. He's always got a great scheme. And here is Scott Coletta's new Toyota.
Yeah, just some great themes. We see the Rat Fink theme on Whit Bazemore's car. Also, great paint job there on Bob Gilbertson, and also Tony Petrigon in the Q car.
John Force also has a 25th anniversary car for Mac Tools, and Ron Capps, of course, the big debut with Brute Revolution. Speaking of funny car, let's get you caught up on what happened in qualifying. Session number 3, it was all John Force.
Boy, what can you say? They go from number 16 up to number 1. They laid it down to run that great 4:69 elapsed time. Over 328 miles per hour.
Take a look at the standings. You see right behind John is his teammate, Robert Hight, the only 2 cars under 4.70 seconds. TJ also a very solid 470 on down through Tony Pedregon, 4.73 seconds. This is the quickest funny car field ever. Jim Head on the bump spot, 4.801. Those guys that are not in the show and trying to punch their way in today, there they are, including Tony Bartone and Del Worsham. More on Del in just a moment. But let's talk about the Skull Showdown Funny Car Ladder presented by Lucas Oil. Here are the matchups for round number 1.
Boy, and these are 8 of the best. And the one thing, Marty, we noticed that all 8 of the cars that are in the Skull Showdown are qualified 1 through 8 at this moment. So you know you have 8 of the best going head to head. It's going to be a great race to watch.
And the man on point is Robert Hyde. He's with John.
Well, Marty, for only the second time since 1990, John Force is not the number 1 seed in the Skull Showdown. That belongs to his teammate, Robert Hight. Robert, this is your second year here. Last year you made it to the Showdown in only 17 appearances. Now you're number 1 after a full 23. You got to feel pretty good about that.
Yes, I'm very excited about it. And, you know, it's coming here for my second year. I'm very excited. But you know what? To be honest with you, number 1 is just a position. And I feel like it's the Top Gun movie. You know, they say the best of the best. And there's 8 great cars out here, and anybody can win on any given day. And the thing is if they gave me a choice of who I could race first round, it definitely wouldn't be Whit Bazemore. And you know, it'd be hard to pick any of the other cars as an easy round too. So we just got to go out there, and we're going to have some fun today. There's no points on the line. Thanks, Skull, for the $100,000, and maybe this Automobile Club Ford Mustang can take it home at the end.
Now, you guys have been running really well this weekend. We just saw Jimmy Prock making some tuning adjustments here. You going to go for it? I mean, is it more important to win this showdown or get ready for tomorrow's eliminations?
It's both important, but you know what? We've been hurting the motor here ever since we got here. So what was funny is I came into the pit this morning, and the motor's out of my car, and Jimmy decided to make a camshaft change last night. He feels that get a few runs today on this, it will help us for tomorrow. So who knows what it's going to be like. We're going to give it our best, though.
All right, well, best of luck to you, Robert. And Jimmy Prock, of course, won this event, the Skull Showdown, 2 years ago with Gary Densham.
All right, thanks, John. As we shift gears and we talk about Del Worsham, you know, before 2004, it was 1996 when the last funny car driver won both the Skull Showdown and the U.S. Nationals in the same year. Well, Gary Densham broke that drought, and Del Worsham did it again last year. And we take a look back in this week's edition of the Harley-Davidson Quarter Mile Profile.
Anytime you try to do something for so long and win it, you're satisfied with it. But to have the opportunity to win both of them in 1 week at the Skull Showdown and the U.S. Nationals and pull that off, that was the most satisfying thing.
Quarter mile, Del Worsham, Eric Medlin, and $100,000. Here we go. Checker, Shucks, and Craig, and you got some money to spend at the old CSK. 100,000 big ones.
As you can see, we're a pretty happy group here, you know. I mean, man, well, the crew guys get their shares, they're all happy. What a great day.
Here we are, final round, U.S. Nationals. There was a lot of money on the line. There was a lot of years of wishing and hoping you could pull something off. And we're sitting there, and I'm thinking, you know, the only person that can lose this race right now is me as the driver.
Right now, all the pressure on Del Worsham. You can say you're not thinking about it. You can say you're just focusing on the round. But man, it is there. Everybody's aware of it. The win light to Del Worsham. Look out, baby. Is it going to be a party in the CSK camp tonight?
Just sitting there and staging, I was trying to put everything on my mind. You know, people kept asking about the money, and I said I wasn't thinking about the money. Well, of course I was thinking about the money. I was thinking about winning the race. I was thinking about doubling up. I was thinking about winning the U.S. Nationals. And luckily we kept it all together, and just by a matter of inches, we won the race.
His first Indy win, and he does it in style.
To be truthful, to ever win an NHRA national event was beyond my wildest dreams, and then to win the U.S. Nationals and to win the Skull Showdown one weekend, or just the U.S. Nationals alone, it's just a thrill.
And of course, the action today, Del Worsham not yet in the 16-car field and did not qualify for the showdown. What a difference a year can make. Hey, we have got to get going because qualifying's coming up next. We got to get out of here.
And we got to get changed, Marty. We better hurry.
Yeah, they make us wear. Well, ladies, hello.
Hey,
Thank
you ladies don't get any ideas. I am happily married, you know.
Who cares about changing into a tie? I'm ready to go right now. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thank you, ladies.
Is presented by Lucas Oil. Keep that engine alive. And in part by the Fram Boost Air Intake System. Performance speaks for itself at framboost.com. And Motel 6. For the lowest price of any national chain, call 1-800-4-MOTEL-6.
And that's J.R. Todd's crew bringing out his top fuel dragster as they get ready for the final 2 sessions of qualifying, which are coming up next right here on ESPN2. In fact, there's some of the crowd heading for their seats. We're heading for the starting line. But first, we want to talk about this week's edition of the Lucas Oil Sportsman Spotlight. And here at the U.S. Nationals, class races are king in each of the sportsman categories, but none bigger than the Mopar Superstock Hemi Challenge. Mopar puts up extra money. This is Charlie Westcott Jr. defeating Bucky Hess, an 8:58 to an 8:63 elapsed time. The Warfish car takes the second straight win, and we talked to him.
For the second consecutive year, it's the Warfish car of Charlie Westcott that's had winner replace contestant in the Mopar Hemi Challenge. He did it again here in Indianapolis here in 2006. Charlie, what does it mean to go back-to-back?
It's pretty big. I mean, we test this car a lot. I knew what it had in store for everybody. We tested it last Sunday at a local track, and it run real good up there. I came here in the first run. It went only a 78, and I really thought that something was blown up, you know, because I thought it'd go a low 70, high 60. And we went out for the next shot and turned it up a little bit, and forget what it went, 72 maybe, and that was all right. So everything turned out pretty good for us.
You're just like these professional racers in that you get amped up for round 1 matchups, especially when you got the fastest car. What were the emotions like?
It was weird, you know. I was up there and I had Faraday, and I thought, you know, I had the advantage obviously from qualifying, and I just got really nervous for some reason. My legs started shaking, and I just wanted to make real sure I had the brake pedal pushed down good because I didn't want a red light to him. But I had a 30 light and he red lighted, and I think I beat him by 30 feet. You know, by the time we got 30 feet out, I was ahead, and pretty much went that way for the rest of the day.
Well, congratulations on your back-to-back efforts and answering your question. Yes, it is indeed a Hemi. The Warfish will now put this car back together and try to get a Mac Tools U.S. Nationals trophy to add to his collection, too.
All right, thanks, Dave. And that's going to do it for us. Final thought, Mike?
Well, this isn't even the final day of racing. This is still qualifying, but you still got the Skull Showdown with 8 of the best funny car drivers out there. 2 more rounds of qualifying with Warren Johnson and Del Worsham not even in the show.
And that's going to do it for us, as this has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. We're coming right back at you with qualifying.